car right now. It's pretty even, I guess. It comes down to who's driving.
And track specific as well. I think those two are the second and third post team. They're on par in my opinion. It's just whatever characteristics the track suits best for them.
Practically a good chunk of this. Diaby leaving for 55 million essentially brought you
another Premier League club.
The Premier League essentially funded Bayer Leverkusen's run to the top, because with just Diaby being sold, you got Boniface, you got Tella, and then you have some residue that you're able to get Xhaka with. Oi, how's it going there, Governor? Looks like we got ourselves a bit of an English final, eh?
Shut up, man.
Look, I am going to say it because people were just telling both you and I that Southgate Ball wasn't going to do shit this tournament, and we had to resort to defending it. And
I don't want to be right, man. Dash, don't rub it in, man.
We spoke that some bitch into existence because holy fuck, England decided to say, "Oi, we're playing a bit of football, aren't we? We got to play a little bit today." And though I do think that handball or that penalty was highly fucking suspect, but the voodoo has kicked in so damn hard we've turned German Dave into Spanish Dave.
The only team, the only god that can save us is La Furia Roja. So
more explicitly,
please, we need you. Look. Hey, man, I think the problem is we need even more so Rodri and his winning mentality, man.
Yeah, you need a Rodri Inter dagger,
dude. We need these guys. Salvatore, you're right. We need these guys, man. Let's go.
Hey, Yamal, I heard that Phil Foden was talking shit about you. He said you need to go back to the daycare center.
Jesus Christ. Oh, well, while we're busy mourning anyways, take the opportunity, slow right down, take a minute, a thought of remembrance, and while you're down there, hit the like and subscribe button.
Oh, that's petty.
Boost us in the algorithm. Get us going, because, man, there's a few things cooking off right now. It's the English cheat code, it's Giuntoli, and it's our numbers right now. So please keep those numbers going. Cook this bitch off, and we will continue with the service of our lost ones.
Oh, just admit it, Dave. We hit 1900. We've hit 1903. And then
we went to 4, then we went down to 3. That's fine. I mean, bots exist out there. Yeah, England will cheat and win this cup.
Don't speak it into existence. We need Spain. Hype up Spain, man.
They're already paid off. They're paid off by now. Come on, think about it.
It's scripted. The script. Football is coming home, mate.
Hey, maybe England is the Dallas Cowboys of the football world. Maybe they will fail their country on the biggest stage.
Oh God, that would be epic.
Once again, Dash. 3 years after Giorgio Chiellini, we need that winning mentality. I don't know, by Carvajal, by Nacho.
You just
whoever.
need an old dude to yank a young kid down to the ground, choke him
Absolutely.
down. That's all you need. That's all you need. So you
The
just
game hasn't been the same since he left.
you need Navas to yank the back of
Dude,
Jude Bellingham.
throw all the voodoo at them, all the dark magic, man. And we know Spain has that. Please.
They do. These are two very dark magic-y teams.
So I guess now all of us feel Spanish, yeah.
Well, my team, Canada.
Oh.
Canada's out too, because speaking of dark magic and paid off referees.
No. You guys can't finish. You guys can't finish.
No, we can't finish. No, granted, but
you guys
first goal came right off like an obvious non-call, but whatever.
Like oh my goodness. Like if you guys want like a great commercial for not finishing and lasting long in bed, just watch Canada's offense.
Or America.
Oh, America can't get that far. It's like 3/4 of a chub. Canada's like a full raging hard on that just can't fucking erupt.
Yeah, they blew off before they even got their pants off.
I was so pissed. I was pissed for you. Good Lord.
Yeah. And now there's just another travesty. I almost want Uruguay to win tonight, just for the sheer fact that they're the only other team within South America that can shitball as hard as Argentina.
Oh, by the way, you're absolutely right, man. Dude, we need that Suarez dark magic, that Fede Valverde dark magic, that Darwin Núñez. God knows what he's doing. Maybe he's scoring a hat trick. Maybe he will shit out a goal. And dude, we need that Uruguay dark magic to win against this Argentina.
I think out of all the teams I've seen in Copa America, fuck it, let's cover Copa America first. I think Uruguay is like probably the more well-drilled team compared to everything else. Like,
yeah,
like if you guys think Southgate ball is terrible, watch Lionel Scaloni ball. Like, that's just wild. Like Scaloni ball to me is like insanely terrible, worse than Southgate ball.
I'm pretty sure he just like, fuck it, go play football.
Who, Scaloni?
Yeah, like coach? Because like I don't know, like yes, they're drilled, they know what they're doing, but at the same time, I feel it's just because their bench is just so strong that they kind of just know what they're doing. I don't know. Am I wrong with that? Like Scaloni, I'm not trying to like trash him too hard, but like Argentina to me is just it's almost like England up until now, apparently, where it's just like you're great. You'll figure it out. Sure, go for it. I mean, they only beat Canada.
He's only telling his players to protect Messi at all costs. He's a Messi fanboy, basically. And
so is everyone else in the stands. It's disgusting.
And he lets the players like cook. And the problem is I don't know where they get that energy from, man. Maybe because they see Messi as a god. But I don't know how they channel that energy, man. Yeah, the referees and everything, of course, but my man, I don't know. They're putting some dark magic as well.
It's bad. It makes me appreciate somebody like I don't know who's it that's been coaching all these matches? The Italian guy, Orsato. Like it makes me appreciate some of the Italian referee, which is I'm not the bar got pretty low.
Oh,
when I'm
saying
like
that right now, but wait till he referees one of our games again.
When Davide fucking Massa shows up on the pitch, then yeah, I'll be yelling at things again. But for now,
just wait till Osato referees one of our games
again. Right?
CR7 is greater. I don't know, greater at what?
I think he's talking about with Messi. Even Messi's goal that game was so fucking corny.
He had a few big chances missed though.
Can he just retire? Can we be done with him? Like I don't know. Like so. I'm just watching that and I'm just like, good Lord. At this point, I'm like, I would rather bench him and start Lautaro, play a 4-4-2, put Lautaro up there at this point because I'm just like, good Lord. Like the media,
no way.
I don't know. The media's like, oh my God, look at the amazing genius goal Messi got. He got a redirect off a shot. He just like the tip of his shoe touched it.
Oh, he barely touched it.
He barely touched it.
And they were all like, he got his first goal. Oh my God. Like if we didn't have a video review, he wouldn't have gotten that goal. Yeah. That's how like slight it was. But anyways, and LKB, and I did see this live, obviously watching it. The security guard, DePaul, flopping like a fish and refs by it. Yeah, DePaul. He's one of the guys that you don't mind having on your own team, but like, fuck
But
you.
you hate him. He's no opponent there.
Yeah, no. And now I'm kind of glad he never made it to Juve because I prefer to.
No,
Guys, there's a lot of emotions and biases right now. We're just letting it all out, just so you know. This isn't like how we normally run it, just like hating for the sake of hating. But we're hating the ball right now.
Today we are all haters, man. We are all haters today.
Oh man, what was I gonna say? Did you see when I lost my train of thought. It was DePaul was laying on the ground, and then like the Canadian player just kind of like rolled it and tapped him in the back, and he was just like freaking out like he got stabbed in the back or something. I was just like, dude. Yeah, it was like a foul. Like it was the guy, like I forgot his name, Dave, but like he put the ball on the ground, just kind of like flicked it and hit DePaul in the back, and DePaul's like grabbing his lower back, like he just got his back blown out by someone. Like I'm like sitting there, I'm like, come on. I'm like, really? Are you serious right now? That's the thing. Here's my thing with Argentina. Those guys rally around Messi like he is the second coming of Jesus Christ. Like that is the one thing.
Dude,
like,
the crazy thing is,
I'm pretty sure.
Dash, my brother. Argentina is Catholic. I think at least. I hope I'm right there.
Yeah, I think they are.
Mostly, yeah.
But dude, Messi is like from their point of view, Messi is higher than Jesus, man.
It's Catholicism,
crazy,
something like that. But like, I am convinced that Emiliano Martinez has like a tattoo of Messi's face on his butt cheeks.
Oh, probably. Absolutely. He's got that. Like, you see his sideburns?
Probably all the team had to do that after the World Cup match.
Shit, I'm pretty positive. Well, here's like the thing, right? Like, I can like respect them. Like I can respect them for rallying behind a person because like if you look at the difference between Portugal and like Argentina, like Portugal, like I'm pretty convinced they all hate Ronaldo. Like just judging off of their body language, I'm pretty sure like that Portuguese national team, like Leao and all of them, Leao, Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, João Felix, and all of them are just kind of like, and Bruno Fernandes are like, fuck Ronaldo. Like I'm convinced that they're like that.
I have some thoughts on Ronaldo.
Like this is me maybe like being, it's the tinfoil hat show here, maybe a little bit of a conspiracy theory, but like you look at like how that Argentina team responds to Messi and you look at how Portugal responds to Ronaldo, and it's like, and with all due respect to the Portuguese, like your national team prior to Ronnie being there was a joke. Like you rarely qualified for World Cups. You weren't really competitive. And then when Ronnie came in, Ronnie took a mediocre team to the final in 2016. Yeah, you can say Eder scored the winning goal against France, but Ronnie had a great semifinal to get there. And this isn't me trying to be like, who's better between Messi and Ronnie, right? But like, I just, for me, it's ironic because like, you look at it with Mbappe, right? Mbappe, 1 penalty goal, 1 assist. Everyone's like, oh man, Mbappe did really well for the Euros. He cooked. And then Ronaldo, 1 assist. Ronaldo's fucking terrible. He held his team back and blah, 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 blah. It's like both of them didn't perform.
No, both of them didn't, but
because like I can sit here and I can just like, for me, the one thing that will always boggle my mind, and maybe the chat or maybe you two can lecture me on this, but like, why is there so much hate for Ronaldo? Like, why does everybody just hate this guy?
Look,
he's not very personable to the average person. Like that was why Maradona. Sorry, just that's why Maradona was so revered. He was the common person. Ronaldo's like the exact opposite. But Dave, go for it.
Look, the problem is he left the European football stage. He already didn't perform good in the last tournaments. He didn't perform good in the World Cup, and now he didn't perform good in the Euros as well. He left the European football stage for Saudi Arabia. He plays in a I'm sorry, but in a non-competitive league basically, and he didn't even win that league. Yes, he had great numbers, but sorry, against farmers. And now he is playing on the biggest stage of European football against actual defenses, against actual defenders that are playing on a world-class defensive level. And the crazy thing is that the Portuguese coach right now is a fanboy coach. Do you remember they fired Fernando Santos because he wanted to bench Ronaldo? He actually did. So they fired him and got this guy because he gave Ronaldo the guarantee to start until he retires, basically from the national team. And they got into the Euros, and he still keeps the promise to play Ronaldo. And Portugal has the problem. Look, with the weapons they have, they had to revert into a cross and inshallah team because Ronaldo is inside the box. He doesn't move anywhere. He doesn't free space anywhere. I'm sorry, but he's not quick anymore. His finishing has become lackluster and not as good anymore. And he got figured out by defenses easily. And in his stage, with the explosivity he lost, and with sorry, but it's sad to see how he's chasing goals with every free kick. He shot. There was a stat in Euros and Champions League, like in all UEFA competitions or whatever, or sorry, including World Cups. He shot 64 free kicks and scored only 4 of them. And he's still trying to chase a goal. Like, for me, it's sad to see. And it's sad to see that him needing to play because of the coach and because of his stature is costing the team and limiting the technical abilities that they have towards trying to feed him. And that's why their offensive performance was horrible.
Speaking of getting fed, sorry. How's Chef Giuntoli doing in the kitchen? Dinner's getting served pretty soon.
We made a video on Taram, so
we did.
You guys could watch that. But
no, I'm alluding though. Obviously, I'm not saying we're getting into it now, but I am getting hungry and I can't wait to whatever Giuntoli has cooked up for us later on.
Because, like, for example, Dave, like I was looking at the way that the ball is being moved, the way that they play, and it's just like it just like I don't know. For me, maybe I'm wrong here, but I just think the offensive Portuguese players are just stupid. Like they didn't recognize when there's a time to like. For me, it's like Leao just seems like a one-trick pony. Like dribble outside and then beat the guy in a foot race. Like that's honestly like Leao is the Portuguese Chiesa. He's like Chiesa with his ACL still. Yes, like that's honestly what I saw about Leao from there. Like Bernardo Silva for me, like compared to Bruno Fernandes, like I think I'm sorry, maybe I'm crazy here, but I think Bruno Fernandes is one of the most overrated cams I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, absolutely, he is.
Ridiculously overrated. He's a great penalty taker. I will give him that. But as far as pace, reading the lines, anticipating the game, I think he's just got the Man United glaze all over him. I think
because he's the Man United captain, and God knows why, because he's not the leader on the pitch.
Like, yeah, he is the furthest thing from that. And then it's like Bernardo Silva to me is probably out of everyone there. And this might be unpopular, but I think Pep Guardiola took away his creativity because Pep Guardiola's put him in a system where he's doing a specific role or a specific item. And I think that's taken away Bernardo Silva's creativity because it's almost like he's playing like as a robot now. And again, I'm not saying he's bad, right? I'm not saying that he's a terrible player, but I'm saying like for me, it looks like Bernardo Silva has lost his like artistry. It's become more of like a process in a sense. And then like João Cancelo will play if he feels like he wants to play. Like he to me is like the guy that's like, if I'm in the mood, I'm in the mood. If I'm not in the mood, I'm not in the mood. Yep. And it's just like, for me, it surprises me that like most of the intensity comes from Pepe or Ruben Diaz. Not anyone else, right? Like Ronaldo to me, it's just like whatever. Like sure, he whines about not getting a ball. He did that at Juve. He did that at Madrid. There's nothing else. Like for example, there's nothing else that shocks me at that point with him. But like I just look at this Portuguese team and it's like they have such raw natural talent, but at the same time, it's just like they can't stick it together. Where it's like you look at Argentina's roster, and again, they are a team of misfits in a sense with how they are. Like, for example, DePaul isn't the most amazing midfielder of all time. Enzo Fernandez had a mediocre season. You still have geriatric Di Maria starting on the right. Like you have Lisandro Martinez. You have Romeo, who is, again, more of a rugby player than a football player. You have an average goalkeeper, but great penalty stopper in Emiliano Martinez. Yep. And it's just like you have all of these cogs that just come in together, and they're just like, hey, we don't have much time with Lionel. Let's try to get him let's try to win as much with him as possible. Because, like, in my opinion, Messi's been terrible this Copa America. He has not been good. The amount of one-on-ones he's missed, like, his finishing has been gone. Like, either he's just used to MLS goalkeepers moving like logs or something like that. But, like, objectively speaking,
the defense in MLS, as you know, like acres of space.
Him and Suarez are cooking in the MLS. That tells you all you need to know about the MLS.
Yeah,
and you have
and one
Busquets.
One of the reasons, actually, like if you did watch Canada Argentina, like the way Canada defended last night, I was like, these guys play for the MLS, but I don't believe it. Like, these guys are too good for the MLS the way they're playing, because they actually play defense.
Jesse March is making this Canadian team punch above its weight, and I have to give Jesse credit, like ridiculous amounts of credit.
And he's given digs.
I told you he will do wonders for the team. I told you.
Yeah, he's been giving digs towards the Americans not choosing him and saying how he feels at home with the Canadian team and everything.
Yeah, so I told you the US should have taken him. Yeah?
And like, for example, because I talked about it with Sal.
I know he chose the better country.
He chose the better country. I talked about it with Sal about this, where like Sal was like, "Hey, Greg Berhalter has CONCACAF on lock, right?" And that's where it's like great that Greg has done that, but like I think like the issue that I have with Berhalter and the United States is that like Canada has won games or been in games that they shouldn't have been in, right? Where the United States like are not in those games, like they're just not there. And we're going to make a video on why Brazil is not as good as what they are. It's called How International Football Has Suffered Under Systems, because that's really like the key facet of that.
I'm just trying to link up with Habibi, which has a really bad time zone and works a lot. So once we can sort that out, that'll happen.
Because like, for example, Argentina play McAllister as a left mid. Like that to me surprises the hell out of me that McAllister plays as a left mid. And then there's sometimes where there's games where Nicolas Otamendi starts for them. And like he's getting regular minutes. Molina doesn't start for them. Lautaro doesn't start for them. Sometimes they start Nico Gonzalez. Like for me, that entire Argentina has either Messi tattoos on their butt cheeks or on their face, because that team rallies around that man. Like I have I have never seen a team rally behind a guy in this current iteration of the game. Like I've never seen that. So like, you know what? Fuck it. I give credit to Argentina. As much as I despise the way that they play and I despise them as a team, sorry, I have my own biases, but I'm also giving them credit. So I'm not, like I'm not sitting there just being like, F those guys, they suck. No, like they're able to rally behind a dude and they pull some miraculous shit. Like, for example, the shit that Didu Martinez pulls for Argentina, he cannot do that for
he never did. Dude, he's below average for Aston Villa. He's doing like mistakes left, right, and center. It's incredible what these guys are doing when they get to the national team, man. The only guys that are performing like for Argentina, they are performing in the league. You can argue Julian Alvarez, when he gets subbed in for Argentina, is performing like he performs at City. McAllister like properly like started playing for Liverpool, like he's after or around the winter time. He was clicking on all cylinders for Liverpool, and he's carrying that right into the national team. And it's incredible how the other guys just completely like overperform what they are performing in their national leagues. Dude, do you remember what Di Maria did for us?
Yeah.
And then he went to the World Cup, like
turned it up a notch, a brand new level. See, like for example, if I'm Portugal, like if I'm on the Portuguese national team, I'm taking notes of what Argentina's doing, because it doesn't matter like whether you agree with it or not. They're winning. They're winning.
Yep.
Like that. They're essentially on verge of doing a Copa, World Cup, Copa trifecta.
Yep. Yeah. Like Spain and 2008, 10, and 12.
If you want to call the Finalissima or whatever the hell that is a trophy, I think it's just a friendly, so whatever. But like they are literally doing that. They're on the verge of doing that, and now we've got Ronaldo tear eyes or Bruno Fernandes tear eyes. Like I'm sorry, Portugal, you gotta take notes from them. I hate to say it, like with all due respect, Portugal got to respect Ronnie a little bit better, man, because some of these guys some of these players, I think Portugal's just filled with egos, but I digress. I think we
kind
should
of like Brazil, by the way, filled with egos that are
we gotta. Do we want to talk about Brazil because Danilo got into an argument with fans?
Oh, I didn't hear that. How did I miss that? Let's talk about that.
So, like for example, it was obviously the game against Uruguay where Danilo like got into it with like fans were like mocking the players and saying like there's no energy. Let me see if I can find the article for you. I can share it on screen.
They weren't incorrect.
Well, while we are getting into it, do you want to talk about the Ronaldinho right before the Copa America started as well? Because he said, "Oh, I don't. What was it? I don't sympathize with any of these players. They are like a team of individuals that aren't playing together as a team, and I don't respect it, and I don't want to watch a game or whatever." And then it got leaked that he asked one of the players, I forgot it was who, like to get him into the stadium, to get him tickets, basically. And then he said, "Oh yeah, it wasn't meant like that. I wanted to get them hyped up." And now, yeah, Ronaldinho got busted for being a fraud.
I actually found a YouTube clip of it, so we can probably play it. You don't have to worry about copyright because it's just cell phone video. All right, there you go. So this is the Danny boy here. So he's getting ready. So Neymar's kind of walking with him, and then I don't know what. I think it's something in Portuguese. So like he's yelling at them, and then guess who's holding him back? New Juventus player Douglas Luiz. He's covering for the defense, not even playing. Even not even playing for Juve. He's still covering for our center backs. What a guy. But Neymar kind of pulls Danilo away and tells him to like chill. I'm trying to see if I can find the.
Neymar probably got injured again on that run.
Yeah, he probably pulled his hamstring running away from it.
Oh, he probably tore his ACL or something.
I like how Neymar's being the calm one in this situation.
Oh, Neymar like
collateral damage.
with all due respect to Danilo, I think Neymar is for sure the captain of that team. Like I'm not knocking Danilo, but this is a letter that I believe Danilo wrote to the fans on June 21st. So he says, "Dear Brazilian people, let's be honest with each other." I'm going to make this so the folks can read this a little bit better. All right, let's be honest with each other from a player to a fan, no sugarcoating. I'll start. For a long time, we haven't been good enough. This doesn't mean that we don't try. This doesn't mean that we didn't dedicate ourselves or we didn't feel the sting of defeat. Don't get me wrong. Nobody knows how much of us have sacrificed to be here. We have given up everything for the Brazilian national team. As I always say before games, we are a group with a lot of hunger and a lot of pride representing our country. At the same time, we see and hear what is being said about us, and also we haven't been able to show how much we're willing to sacrifice for the jersey. I've used this preparation period for the Copa to emphasize the only way how to change this image and to give everything we have on the field. Now it is your turn. What are you all saying in your football discussions at the bar or at the barbecues with friends? Man, barbecue with friends. I haven't had one of those in a while. And the media.
Friends or barbecues?
Both. And the media, the truck drivers and the ladies at church. Out of the things Danilo can think of to write on the letter, he just says the ladies at church.
They must. Well, the ladies at church, they're catty. They all talk behind your back.
They don't care. They don't want to be there. They're just rich guys who don't love the jersey. We've all heard it. We can't escape social media, even if we turn off our phones. And honestly, I understand why you say these things. There's a barrier between us and you. This isn't just Brazil. It's everywhere. It's our society. You go to Instagram, what do you see? Lots of fake, superficial things. Guy posting a picture with his Ferrari. Chiesa? I'm just kidding. Everyone always happy and everyone always at the beach. I share this too. I don't blame anyone for facing much bigger problems daily for looking at us thinking they don't value what they have. But I can say from the bottom of my heart that every player who wears this yellow jersey feels the weight of it, no matter what people say. It's just another match. We don't feel the pressure. We're professionals. Bullshit. It's Brazil. You always feel the pressure. And that's Danilo, almost Spartan kicking a guy, but he's heading the ball. So and then he says, "I'll never forget my first time when I got called up to the under-20s. We were playing against Paraguay the night before. The only thing I can think of was how my jersey would look hanging in the locker room. Would it be yellow? Would it be blue? Please let it be yellow. The next morning, I cleaned my cleats 3 times out of anxiety. Finally, I got to the locker room. What I saw was Danilo number 2 in the perfect yellow jersey. The green number, my name. Damn, I said, holding the jersey like a newborn baby. My face looked like an emoji. Ironic. I swear to God. Another emoji. I told myself you'll play the game of your life, you'll give it all for your family, and you'll crush it. And holy shit. Jesus, Danilo, this is a fucking essay, not a letter.
He was obviously all worked up. Like, you don't write a page like that unless you're worked up.
It's not even a page.
Yeah,
it
but
still goes.
these player tribunes articles or letters are always like this. And by the way, I like the content of it. So
Yeah, it was great. I think like overall, and this is kind of like why we're gonna cover this. And this is one of the reasons why, because like for example, there's a lot of national teams that have lost their identity.
Yeah,
they have. Brazil is one of them. Italy is a big proponent of it because they tried to change what they were, and now
Germany was one of that for the last couple of years.
Yeah. Germany did it. The only one that I know that hasn't lost their identity is Spain.
Argentina, they're still trash bags.
And Spain changed a little bit, but there's the core philosophy is still the same.
The core philosophy of how they play is still there. I think they just needed to understand that, hey, Xavi, Iniesta, and all those guys have retired, so they kind of have to move.
Yep. The Spain, that's, by the way, just 1 minute on Spain. The change that they made, they learned that they can't do the 75% ball possession because they don't have Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets anymore in the midfield, or Xabi Alonso in that case as well. They learned that they don't have those players, so just leave the ball with the opponent a little bit because it doesn't benefit you having stale ball possession if it doesn't benefit you. So I love how they now incorporated also the art of high pressing, winning the ball back that way and catching the opponent up, for example, in addition to having over 55% ball possession in nearly all the games. And I love the changes that Spain did. It's still the tiki-taka. It's still the quick, free-flowing, quick passes, lots of passes. Game style of game, but now with the modern incorporation of the art of press as well. And I love it.
And I was just about to say it because it's like, for example, they kind of did tiki taka with total football. It's like a hybrid of it. Like it's honestly, it's like a perfect hybrid of it. It's win by pressing, but do short narrow triangles when you're pressing, so you're able to break through the lines a lot faster. Because like for example, teaser for the video, a lot of players on the field, their football IQ is absolutely garbage. It has gone down tragically. Players have gotten stronger, better, and faster in a physical sense, but mentally they have become dumber than a box of rocks. For Federico Chiesa, you're one of those guys.
Chad Gable quote.
But I think that's one of the big pivots of like how the game is, right? Where it's like, remember, like, for example, the English style, because Vinny brings up a good comment here. Like, England plays like Italy now. Ironically, right? Ironically.
Now, if we went to an English fan and said, you guys are basically just the new Italy, do you think that bothers them?
They don't give a shit. They're going to be like, hey, Mike.
Yes, Dave, because it's bothering them since months or years now, for that matter. And I can't understand that. Dashat Iworthy wants to tell them that style of football is winning them games, and now they see it.
We've been saying this for weeks. We've been saying it for weeks. Like everyone was like, England hasn't showed anything.
I despise myself for that.
You want to know what England reminded me? This English run into the Euro is legitimately reminiscent of Italy's 2006 World Cup win.
I feel almost
serious.
I feel like I was thinking this too, as I was home. Admittedly, I worked late tonight, didn't catch a whole lot, tried to watch it on the way home, but driving in the car thinking, you're like, England playing a lot like Italy right now. Not only because of the actual style, but I feel like the last Euros 3 years ago, Italy played out of spite. They were out to prove people wrong, and I think England has gotten shot on so hard that they're just like, fuck you guys, let's show them. And they should, with the roster that they have, they should be showing us. But
well, it's the irony of it, right? Is because, like, for example, England in the group stages did not show all of their cards. They held everything back, right?
They
Like,
just got by. They did
just got back.
the minimum necessary to get through.
They did, and then it's just like when the rubber hits the road, they're just like, hey, let's turn it on, let's kick it up a gear.
And we know the problem is we know they could because of the personnel that they have on the field.
Yes,
We know they can.
that's Allegri ball at its finest.
We know.
you guys are making Dahl throw up here. I hope that's like post-workout. Is it pre-workout?
I don't feel well. I'm about to throw up, but it is what it is.
You know, when
everyone just throw up a little bit in their mouth right now.
No, like, when I saw that Jude Bellingham game winner,
I feel better again.
well, it's like when I saw the Jude strike, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, good Lord, they just Allegri balled the shit out of this. They Allegri balled the shit out of it. And it's like they were so decisive on the counterattacks. I'm just like, I'm like, is this Gary? Is this Gareth Southgate or is this Max Allegri? Like, I'm like, which one? What is this? What is this? Like, this is wild. So I think, though, it's going to be interesting because, like, for example, England and Spain are legitimately two opposing football philosophies.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be interesting to see it because, like, for example, remember, so Italy in 2021 was trying to do kind of what Spain is doing. They were kind of trying to go that route. So it was like a more offensive Italy versus a defensive England, and England got the better of the bat. Part of me, you guys are going to fucking hate me, but I think part of me says that England wins this.
Well, it's clearly a possibility at this point because listen, if England is the new Italy trashballed Spain last outing in 2021, right? That it's very possible. I thought about that too on my drive home. It's like, oh no, are they gonna like Italy Spain next match? I hope not.
Yeah,
I am not even going to entertain that.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
I will stay within my religion and hate.
There's two teams, the last bastions of hope: Spain to beat England and Uruguay, because I think Uruguay is beating Colombia tonight. Uruguay to stop Lionel Messi from doing the trifecta, because that Argentinian team is going to go up there in comparison to the Spain team for one of the best teams of all time, and this Argentina team is nowhere near that Spanish level.
All right, guys. Which one should I get?
Don't jinx it.
Don't jinx it. So you're joining me, yeah?
I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far.
The problem is, I think I went too far because I got.
You're using it as a safety blanket, man. Like, it doesn't matter how much you spent on it. You're sleeping with the thing. There's drool stains on that.
Not yet. Oh, I didn't sleep in it yet.
No, not sleeping in it. Like, it's your safety blanket. You're sleeping with it.
Not yet.
Like, that's next level.
Not yet, but I may get into that stage now.
I just realized something. Anthony Taylor or Michael Oliver will not be reffing the final for the Euro.
Yeah, we're
safe from that. It's probably
it would be weird if there's an English guy who refereeing that final.
That's not allowed.
I know, but hey, I'm saying out of everything, that is a positive. Even though I do think I'm very skeptical on how they gave that Harry Kane foul a penalty. Like, I'm very, very skeptical of that because he hit the ball and then followed through into Dumfries' foot. So it's like,
Dumfries' foot was already there, man. What's his? I don't know, man.
I'm very, very skeptical on that. So I don't know.
Just to answer Vincenzo, how dare you asking even that question? I hope nobody here. I hope nobody's getting that jersey.
I don't know if this is true. I need to. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I have to verify this because I just stumbled upon something, and we might actually have to use the breaking news thing because I just talked about him like not even 10 minutes ago. So you guys go ahead, talk about something. Let me verify this.
What happened out there?
I'm like, shit.
All right, Dave. What are we talking about?
No, hold on. I got it. I verified it.
Hold on. Do we need to?
I'm going to play the soundbite.
Okay.
Bleacher Report, Fox Sports, and Yahoo News, Greg Berhalter has been fired by the United States Soccer Federation. He is no longer the coach of the United States men's national team. He is gone. The number one pick that they are trying to negotiate terms with is Jurgen Klopp.
What?
Oh, no.
Doesn't mean he's going to get him.
No. Really? No. Would Klopp do that?
No, I don't think so.
Hell no, man. The brother left Liverpool because he doesn't have the energy to.
He's going to go to
do
Miami.
that, and now he wants to confront himself with the US media. Hell
Yeah,
no, man.
because Pulisic is the GOAT. Hey, come on. Hey, man, they made Jurgen Klinsmann like a king over there when he took over.
So that's a
Yeah, because you have to, because nobody else wanted to coach them.
What's worse though? You said he has to deal with the U.S. media. I feel I don't know. You know the German better.
What's
than
that?
I.
What's
really
that
know-
side?
no,
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 this is the U.S. media.
No.
I heard you kick them balls in them net. That thing be
No.
looking a little bit.
Oh, you're
funny
talking
there.
about like the dumbness of the media, not like how
Yeah,
intense they are.
Be
About
like, hey,
Yeah.
hey, Mr. Jurgen Klopp, I heard you gonna make these players look like that Lionel Messi guy that's down there in Miami. That guy's a little bit wild there.
Well, LJJ thinks he might make the move.
I don't know. He might.
Klopp is not a guy that is thinking about the money because he can get his money like elsewhere.
Wow.
If he wants to. I don't know, man.
Greg
It's-
Berhalter gone.
I don't know what to say except of finally. But now you all need a proper coach.
Yeah.
We do
But
not yet
I
know.
don't think Klopp is that. Hey, I heard Xavi is free and he coached Barca to a title.
So it looks like also breaking news pundits are saying it's a
Hey,
fucking
Thomas
disgrace.
Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel is free. Take that guy.
I take that guy as a coach. So
But
Felix
don't
Zoyer.
touch my Jurgen.
So German Davis, Felix Zoyer, a Bundesliga ref.
Yes, he is because he
He's,
was
coming-
he served his ban and everything, and everybody's kinda overplaying how he was involved in that manipulation scandal because he didn't manipulate games, so to say. He was once recipient of money, I believe.
300 euros. It's pretty cheap.
Yeah, something like that, but he never influenced a game. He was just part of, not just because it's still bad enough. He was part of basically of an organization ring that manipulated games in a bigger scandal for a referee that actually manipulated games, and he was just one of the referees that was used basically to cover up what was happening.
For
Oh,
300 euros.
He covered up Messi's blown doors. What? Huh? Oh, no.
But
I'm
he
kidding.
himself like didn't manipulate games or whatever. I still think if you're involved in something like that, you shouldn't be a referee. Like
At
it's
all, yeah.
bad enough in my opinion. Like of course I don't want to defend any of it, but yeah, but that's his story basically.
And just while we're on this page, final, no known referees yet. Not,
It's more than likely I'm putting my money on Orisato, being that.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it totally derailed us. But yeah, it's breaking news, man. Berhalter is officially out. So Berhalter is no longer the coach, and we get to play the lottery.
But,
I would
the main question there, will he go back to being a sporting director again?
probably,
Well, what is the next step?
probably. It wouldn't surprise me.
Oh my god! Oh my god, Dash, Dave. Which current Premier League team likes bald coaches?
No.
Tottenham. They like the old coaches.
It
Yeah,
starts
Conte.
with man and ends with Chester.
Manchester. Well, now that's 50-50. United. They both of them aren't they both bald a little bit?
Yeah, both of them are bald. But,
They're both
But-
donors.
but which one doesn't know if they have a good coach or not?
Man United.
Imagine.
Could you imagine if Man United get Greg Berhalter as their coach now that he doesn't have a job? Bruno Fernandes plays at a Ballon d'Or level. Wow, that's it. I'm interesting. I'm curious to see what the U.S. is going to do now, because the problem is like because of like that bargaining agreement they have with the women's team, like their budget is so like limited to the coaching, like what they can get. Because I think the women's team like gypped the guys' team now, unfortunately. So like they're limited on what they can get and how they can source it out. But look, man, if I was the U.S. Soccer Federation now, like you have a pretty good crop of players. Like you need to invest in getting someone that's able to maximize what they're capable of. Because like I know that we've dominated CONCACAF, but like in my opinion, like I don't think CONMEBOL is like world breaking. Like you look at like Colombia's team, like none of those guys should sit there and be like, oh my God, world-class player, because the only player there that's like at an elite level or at an elite team is going to be Luis Diaz.
Not Cuadrado?
Cuadrado doesn't even start or play for them.
Because he's broken.
And Luis Diaz has also been found out like quite a bit now, also for Liverpool. Like he's also somewhat of a one-trick pony. Like he always dribbles towards the touchline, then tries to do a cutback, and then he's purely like left-footed, and he tries to cut back again. Like, yeah, he has the explosivity. Sorry.
Exclusivity. I'm English and can't even do it. Yeah, it's hard.
Sorry. He's been found out a little bit, and maybe Uruguay can defend that quite well. But we will see.
Is people seriously cooking WAF? Oh my good lord.
Yeah, Sal just posted this right now. No, they're thanking him. It says thank you, Patriot, because they got Berhalter fired. Oh man, I love it.
The whole country. That's funny.
Yeah, but like, that's the same Chilean ref as last night.
It's just like, and we'll see. And I think this game against Uruguay is really going to be the test for Colombia, whether or not like they're the real deal or not. But I mean, they played decent against Brazil.
The problem is I don't mind Colombia, but my problem is I think Uruguay is the best equipped to beat Argentina. So
I think so too. Because like, for example, you look at the players on this Colombia team, and it's like James Rodriguez plays for Sao Paulo, and then it's like Rios plays for Palermo, and then you have Uribe who plays for Al Sadd. Like this whole team is filled with players like that just play in random leagues across the world, but somehow they've gone 26 matches unbeaten.
Yeah, the problem is they didn't they didn't get proper talents after 2014 was, I believe, their peak with James Rodriguez and those guys. And yeah, Luis Diaz is one of the best they had since that time. But they haven't gotten like proper talents to develop since that time.
Oh wow, Stephanie Vakir is headed to WWE. AEW has proven to be quite the recruitment tool for them. Light jab. But shall we get into the Juve stuff? Shall we, folks?
Yep, we talked long enough about international football.
I don't know if I can handle it. It's just like all this talk about how great England is. I think I'm ready to just like
my God,
like go to bed and contemplate my life decisions.
Now we have to close the stream, man.
Yeah, we got to close the stream. You guys are blinded by rage. No, I'm just...
All right, let's
rage. All right, so obviously the top news for Juve fans and for a lot of you guys in the chat that are probably sitting here like, what the fuck is taking these guys so long? Mr. Thuram has officially been unveiled, signed all of his paperwork, and is officially a Juve player and has technically started training today with Mr. Motta. We made a video on what we expect him to do, how we're expecting him to play. Again, he has some holes in his game, which I think will be blanketed quite well by the Thiago Motta system. I think the big thing, in short, obviously watch the video. It's 20 minutes long. Watch it while you're walking your dog, wanking your meat, something like that. No, not that one. That's kind of weird. But
the shock on Dave's face. What?
Yeah,
so out of place.
The idea. Oh man, someone's gonna sit there and be like, fucking awkward humor. Obviously I think he's gonna be great for what we're doing. More than likely that means that Rabiot is gonna be shown the door, especially that he just got cooked by a 16-year-old.
And by the way,
somebody check on Vlad.
and by the world media.
Yeah, you can't chat shit and get banged like that. Like it's not good. Like
Oh my
especially
God.
if you did it on
He
Instagram.
got literally checkmated by a 16-year-old
Oh
on
man,
IG.
that's bad. Like
That's bad, man. That's
Giuntoli
bad.
is watching that.
Do you remember when he had that beef with man? I've forgotten getting that fucking guy's
Giuliardini?
name. Yeah,
Giuliardini?
and he said, "Oh, don't speak before the final whistle, brother. You spoke before the whistle for the start of the game
I was
was."
gonna say before the game even started. He's like, you
And
need to do
oh
more.
my God,
Like,
Adrien, my guy.
could you imagine if Giuntoli screenshots all of this and sends it to his mom, and he's like, 5 million a season, take it or leave it.
For 4 million for every word for every word he says to the media, it's 1 million less.
He's like, Veronique, I don't care how many handies you give me. After that shit, I can't keep your son here anymore. Oh man, that was bad. And he scored it on him too.
Dude,
like, I think Yamal cut him.
He broke his ankles, man. Oh my God.
Oh, that's bad.
He got destroyed by a teenager.
Did Yamal say speak now to him after the game, or
yes, it was after the final game was whistled. But the crazy thing, the checkmate post in his story was before the game. Dude, Yamal like called his shot before the game. And he scored on Rabiot. Oh my God, dude! He cooked. He got cooked before the game, during the game, and after the game.
Yeah, he's probably cuddling with his mom, man. That's
Oh my
rough.
God,
that's
dude.
rough.
Dude, it was crazy. The chronological order, like of all the stories, is actually like incredible, man. Oh my God.
Like, that's one of the worst. Like, oh, that's like career end. Like, that's like send him to Galatasaray. That's like how bad Rabiot got.
No, that's not Don't put Galatasaray into this one, man. It's go to Al-Nassr.
Send him to the MLS, or join Ronaldo. They'll pay you.
Go to Miami
a season.
That's
so bad.
That was bad. Brother, you're calling a teenager out.
And you're 29 years old, and that's what's corny about it.
Only 10 years.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, it's 13 years.
Yikes.
Oh, is he? He's 16. Yeah, it's a bit more. Yeah.
But again, he's been a free agent, so he's essentially looking and negotiating for people for another team. Another person that I kind of wanted to briefly talk about, because I don't know, man. I don't know if it's Sky Sport or these like Twitter news relaying channels, like the ones that just relay news and don't, like, they just go to the journalist and take what they say and then put it on their page. So this is kind of interesting, right? So Adic, I said it right. Adic. Yeah.
Adic? The Georgian? Is he Georgian?
I don't know. He's Montenegrin.
Montenegrin, that's what it is. Yeah.
So apparently Thiago Motta, while he was in Portugal, was watching YouTube videos of him and watching his highlights on YouTube, and decided to incorporate him into the first team. So I was like,
it's interesting, eh?
I was, well, here's the thing that's weird. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Thiago Motta would have more film than just YouTube highlight videos. And is Padula live right now? I think one of us can pull it on X and see.
Is there like Padula news? I expect that Juventus will soon make a definitive raid for Coop after a sale. The Bianconeri club will make another sale. We'll get 6-7 mil, and we'll add them to the original 40, getting closer with the bonus. You can't say the Dea. When you translate it, you can still say La Dea. Man, I hate these translations. Anyways, so that's Padula. So more Coop stuff.
I think, to be honest, we said it in the video that we filmed. Like, I'm pretty sure Coop is the most important transfer that they're trying to go for.
Oh, absolutely. They're just trying
there is no doubt in my mind, if Coop Myers does not come, this team is fucked.
Oh, probably. That, like, the Coop Myers deal right now, it's like a risotto. You have to keep on stirring it and being patient. It's not going to be ready for another 45 minutes. Just chill out. It's coming.
I don't like, for example, when I'm thinking about it too, like, I think Giuntoli is like looking at it and he's like looking at the pot and he's like, do I need Calafiori? Do I need Coop Myers? Do I need Calafiori? Do I need Coop Myers? And I think, like, for example, he's just kind of like, I don't really need Calafiori. I need Koopmeiners. Because, like, for example, that defender and we also broke it down on the video too from Nice. That defender's pretty solid and a lot more refined. And this is where, like, I want to give not Koopmeiners. I want to give Giuntoli credit. And this is like where I really respect him, is that he's looking at these Serie A clubs and he's looking at how they're price gouging Juventus, and he says, "Fuck all of you." Like he's like, look at all the players he's purchasing.
And by the way, I am also not too sure that he doesn't have an alternative to Koopmeiners if that goes wrong. I don't think that he's that blind to trust Atalanta that the deal will go through easily. I think he has a backup plan like he had with everything right now.
Is it what's that Serb from Udinese? Samardžić. Yeah. That maybe he's a backup.
Yeah, we will see. But I think Giuntoli has a plan through and through, and he has shown me that so far. So I'm willing to trust him. If we get Koopmeiners, great. If not, I think there's a plan B. And just to go back to Dave's risotto analogy, there, he's adding his broth like bit by bit, and keep stirring it, add another ladle of broth, and yeah, we will see.
You know, it was kind of funny too about Thuram was like him and his dad were with Mota, and like Thuram's dad was like, you have everything you need. All you got to do is to play, right? And then Mota's like, yeah, dude, like all you have to do is play. And Thuram was like, all right, got you guys. So I'm curious because like it's kind of funny because Lilium and Mota were like teammates at one point. So it's like they've actually played together. I think it was like back in Barcelona.
That's crazy when that happens, eh?
Yeah. But I think like, for example, the importance of Koopmeiners, like if you look at all the players that he's looking at, they're all abroad. Like all the players that Giuntoli want are all abroad besides
You're not getting deals in Italy.
No.
Where are you going to go? Like Sassuolo and pay 40 mil?
40 mil for Fratese?
50 for Calafiori?
Yeah.
50 for Calafiori? I'm sorry.
I mean, let's be like Calafiori has had a great season, a decent Euros, has had a great outing. But like the fact that like there is holes to his game, he is unrefined, being objective. And it's like the fact that Bologna is like, 50 million so we can, make something out of the sell-on clause. Like the only teams that can do that are Man City and Arsenal that are like, like we shit out 50 million like it's nothing. So it's
guys,
like,
sorry. I just saw this looking at the news here. There is a link with Rabiot and Galatasaray.
Hey, what did Cement once say? He said
Dash for that one. I believe it was J Car and you. Hey, for the next thumbnail, it will be you two guys cooking, not Giuntoli.
Here it is, Rabiot to Galatasaray. Yeah.
I am gonna say this. Let me say one thing. As our good friend Samet from the Lion's Den has said, he said, every time there's a player that gets cooked or has an issue, come to Galatasaray because we are UEFA's rehab center for deranged players because that's what Galatasaray do. Man, I miss that guy. We haven't spoken to him in a while, but
he hasn't been as into the scene as lately. He's been busy, yeah.
But yeah, hey man, like I said, Rabiot needs to get some confidence after getting kicked by a 16-year-old. Shit, go to Galatasaray. They'll bring your confidence, and you'll go to Aston Villa after.
Can we? No, we don't own Rabiot anymore, unfortunately. Yeah. Otherwise, I would have said, can we send him to the other side of Istanbul and get Cardiolo instead? But yeah.
going back to like
Rabiot's
the transfer.
gonzo.
Yeah, he's done with Thuram here. I think he's donezo. But going back to more of the transfer, I think, like, for example, I think, and this is where I give Giuntoli credit because, like, even though Huijsen has an agreement with PSG, like, Giuntoli tells PSG, like, yo, 30 mil. You want him?
Dude,
30 mil.
Have you seen the clip of when the players arrived at Continassa for their first training and medical checks and everything? Dude, have you seen how Huijsen looked pissed? Dude, maybe I'm interpreting too much into it, but man, the brother looked pissed to be there.
Well, apparently he's going to PSG. He's
like, I want to go to PSG. I want to get my OnlyFans girls because, like, that's when Misak dropped that in the Discord. He's like, brother, he's like, Dean Huijsen. He is with OnlyFans girls in Mykonos. he's not training. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I'm dead serious. I'm like, no. And I looked it up, and he's like with porn stars. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, Hoyson, bro, you
Wow.
barely started for Roma. What are you
dude,
doing?
Wow,
dude,
and
he wants to live his life already, man.
Get rid of him, then let him play with Neymar. He'll show him a good time. I don't want him if that's what he's going to be.
Neymar's not even at PSG anymore.
Oh,
I don't even know where he is.
He's
Where
the
is
new
he?
Neymar. Yeah, where is he? Nobody cares.
Al Hilal, Saudi Arabia,
Hilal.
and
Oh, he's in
and he
Saudi.
ripped his ACL in his first training session and didn't play a single game.
So I forgot that everyone has left PSG.
Yep.
Yeah, they've gone full reboot. But I don't know. Like, for example, like I understand the whole like bet on yourself thing, but then it starts getting obnoxious, like Hoyson and Chiesa. So it's like I'm hoping that we're able to move Hoyson for 30. It'd be nice if we can. I think Giuntoli's waiting for that 30, and he's like on the plane. Do your medical. You're out of here. Like I don't know.
It's been agreed on for months.
I
Like
don't.
January or something.
My concern is this, right? Like people are like, why don't we give Hoyson and launch him with us? I'm like, he's too small. He can easily get bodied off the
He
ball.
is
And
not
if
starting caliber.
he's not.
Point blank, he's not starting caliber, but he wants to start. And dude, the brother is too dumb to understand and too far up his own ass to understand that he won't start at PSG.
He's
He
not
won't.
even. He didn't start for Roma.
He won't. And honestly, send him where we will get the biggest package, and goodbye.
That and like for example, Antonio was asking. I don't think we've really been able to look at the possibilities of a plan B if we don't get Coop.
I think
Like
it's Sam or Ditch. Like he's just lingering in the background. You hear about him like once a week, maybe.
He's like that one chick that'll always go out with you, even though you're trying to bang like the really hot blonde, but like she's there. She's like the side piece or the sneaky link that you can call, and she's always going to be there. I think that's kind of what Sam or Ditch is to you guys.
The best friend with benefits that you just fuck when you're both single.
Yeah, but you just don't want to commit long term.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like I don't know. So Vinny asks a good question on Moretti, right? So I'm gonna say this. You can say that, but like I think these next 3 weeks are gonna be crucial for all of the next gen players that weren't sold. So like Hans, Moretti, I think Fajoli is fine. Dean, obviously, like I think that group of players, because Adic has been called up, Nonge, all those guys. I think that Motta is going to evaluate them because he's already started training, so he's going to evaluate and look at who do we keep, who do we shift, and
how good was it watching Hazard train also with the guys today, man?
I just need him in a red and black jersey. That's all I want.
Isn't it kind of nice that like it's
out with so
we're going mid-July. And we're going to have the whole team training together.
And I will see them play. I'm excited.
Except for Chiesa. No, I'm just kidding.
We got to talk about that guy too.
Yeah, you should talk about him because anytime we talk about Chiesa is a good time.
Hey, maybe Chiesa needs to cook a second division German team to get some value up. I see what he will do against them.
I just find it ironic with the whole like Chiesa to me is the most like pitiful, embarrassing human being I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, strong words.
No, he is. He's an absolute goober because it's like, when Juve had Allegri, he said, "I'm not signing an extension. I want to know who the next coach is, and I want to know what tactic." He's gonna look at Dusan and look at for another striker.
You know what? He's overvalued. Yes, I think Dusan. He's gonna be in a system that perhaps will allow him to maybe cook off a little bit better.
He's getting paid $12 million a season. He better fucking cook off.
He better. This is me hoping. I don't know if it's true or not, but yeah, I think we've said it here a couple times already. If he doesn't perform this year, he's got to be gone.
Yeah, that's not good. So would you guys go?
The problem is, by the way, with that message, I like Ferguson, but the poor guy blew his knee out.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't think we're gonna be even if we purchase him. I wouldn't
mind Gudmundsson as well. Gudmundsson would be also great, but he's maybe even a little bit more forward than Koopmeiners.
If he leaves for free, everybody will hate him. I'm kind of curious if he's trying to do that to screw.
Dude, the people start like turning against him already now. Imagine if he leaves for free.
Could you imagine that we've been keeping that same energy the entire year and people called us crazy?
And us being right.
That's it's toxic energy, Dash.
Very toxic.
But
you need to start parading.
But the toxic energy led us the right way.
It's toxic. You guys need to start. I don't know why you spent your money on an official Spain jersey. You should have got every Chiesa jersey, all of them,
Yeet.
especially his Italian
No
one.
yeet. No yeet.
Yeet.
No yeet.
And I'm the only one here with an actual Chiesa jersey. So who the fuck am I?
Hey, so you're at fault here.
yeah, the biggest one.
Go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
No, sorry. Just because we're on Chiesa, the latest I heard, because Roma only offered him 5+ bonus, we're giving him 5.5. If he doesn't get any other offers, I heard. I don't know what the source was. Again, like busy day at work. I should have done my homework a bit better on a normal day. But that being said, the rumor I heard is that I mean, if you want to take 5, maybe we'll give you a spot on the bench.
You know what's ironic? Here's the funny thing about this.
How far the mighty have fallen.
I know. Here's the funny thing about that goober. Like, I swear to God, he's a fucking man-child. He's like, I told
you, Dash. You ignored back then when I wasn't part of this panel right here. I told you all in the comments, and I got ignored. I got laughed at by the chat, and I was telling you, he is a man-child, man. He's not intelligent, not on the pitch, not in his contract negotiations, not in anything. And now everything has become true.
You get your flowers for that one. But it's just I find it ironic, right? Because it's just even during the Allegri season when the negotiations first began, the dude's like, I need to know what tactics they're playing, who the coach is. It's like, brother, who the fuck are you? What?
Who are you?
And then it's Mota comes in, and then Chiesa's like, well, I'm just gonna see how I do in the Euros before I think about a long term or anything like that. And then when the Mota news comes out where he says, I don't give a shit what you want to think about or what you want to wait. The door's right there. And then Chiesa's agent's scrambling for a thing, and then now all of a sudden Chiesa's like, well, I'll make and maybe it's the wording, right? But I'll make myself available to Mota and train with the team so he can see what I can do and see if I can be of use.
Dude, while Motta and Giuntoli are cooking their risotto there again, Chiesa already burnt the shallots, man.
He didn't burn. He fucking nuked him. He nuked him. There's no burnt shallots. He fucking nuked him.
He didn't even get past the shallots part.
Here's the thing. Dybala got fucked because his uncle was an idiot, but Chiesa's just dumb because he's just dumb.
And his agent, man.
Ramadani.
You know, Ramadani, I think, was Miralem Pjanic's agent. So it's yeah. So you would think he has experience in dealing with stuff like this.
Where's Pjanic? What's he doing?
Maybe he has, but dude, maybe he is a good agent. I don't doubt that, man. But is it Chiesa just refusing what the guy is telling him? What is going on there?
Either Fali Ramadani, I don't know what the hell that situation is.
I have no idea what is going on there, man. Because there's no agent that is telling his player to, I don't know, man, to behave like that.
So, bit of a theory.
So there's a creator on the open market there.
Yeah, there you go. Get him for free.
If anyone's looking for a Regista.
So here's what I'm thinking with Chiesa and Ramadani, perhaps. You know, if you've ever done the real estate market, you sometimes have these people, or anytime you're on the market where people have a person, when people are selling something, they overvalue themselves. And you see this a lot with houses, with memories, connections to
Vincenzo stealing my stats.
Goes to assists, yeah. So you have these real estate agents that come in and try to sell a house for people, and they're like, "Oh, the house is worth, let's say, $500,000. That's the going rate." It's like, no, I want $750,000, and it's like, well, it's not. You're not gonna get $750,000, and they're like, "Okay, well, I'm not dropping lower than $700,000." So he's like, "Okay, fine, I guess we'll put it up for $700,000, and they'll stay on the market for 6 months." And they're like, "You gonna drop the price yet? You're not selling." It's like, "Okay, $695,000." I feel that's what, it's the same sort of parallel with what's happening with Chiesa. I almost feel, because Ramadani has represented other players that have not been this way. I don't think he can be that dense on one single player without there being like an influence from that player in that regard.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's
so
just a theory.
obviously I don't know how much Fabia Della Valle, right? I don't know. I think she's just kind of out of it when it comes to being consistently correct. But so there was an ultimatum, right? So Juve, and I'm assuming it's Giuntoli that said either you accept the reduced wage or you leave, one of the two. And then, for example, Roma's pretty much off. So it's like Chiesa's yet to give a response and say what he wants to do. But the idea is selling Chiesa would help Juve go after Coop Myers, and then it would make sure that we keep Sule at the club. So if Chiesa is the reason we do not get Coop, I swear to God.
Oh, I'd be upset. Apparently, Rugani might be a piece in that deal now.
He's going to Ajax, though, from what I've heard.
But
I'm sorry,
coming out today, man.
Sorry,
apparently,
but I'm sorry, but Rugani shouldn't be the end all be all because you won't earn you like any big money. It's Chiesa that is the guy that earns you the 20 to 25 or whatever.
Sure,
That's
but
that's
it's a
the money
piece. You need the money, but if you can get a few mil off by selling off Rugani,
do you think in a couple of years we will get a Netflix doc by Ramadani on he was who was my worst client or whatever?
Yeah, 30 for 30. How Chiesa is my worst client ever. Sidebar conversation just to make you guys laugh. Jurgen Klopp is now trending on Twitter.
Oh my God! Leave the guy alone.
USA,
Leave
USA.
the poor guy alone, man.
He's like, I want to take just a nice little break, but these Americans keep calling me to come coach for them.
Dude, can't you Americans already be satisfied that Logan Sargent finished on P11 or something?
Yes.
that guy still has a race seat.
He has a license. He still has a license.
By the way, that the guy that is maybe replacing him on the F2 sprint race as a 17-year-old. Sorry.
LJJ asking, what about Kostic, Milik, Arthur?
Okay.
Wait and see.
So Kostic, I don't know. I think he's recovering from a knee injury, so I think we'll find out more. I'm assuming we'll find out more towards the end of July for Kostic. I don't see him staying. Milik, there's also again with his injury too, so I think that's going to stall that one a little bit. So what the weird thing for our tour is there were some people that were outside the J Medical saying not to sell him.
Who?
Fans.
Dude,
what kind of fans?
And also, also, like, I may be misinterpreting or interpreting too much into it, but have you seen how happy Arthur looked in those Instagram reels from Juve, like on the treadmill and everything? Like the guy looked actually like happy, and I haven't seen seen him like that in a while.
I don't know how. Like maybe he's out from what the reporter said. He's out of the
out of the equation.
So I don't know. I don't know what you'd be happy about, but
I have no idea, man.
Jesus Christ, what's with Pete Davidson and dating like hot blondes? Apparently he broke up with Madeline Klein and now is looking for Sydney Sweeney. Sorry guys.
It's got a type.
Liv Morgan is next. Just trying to see what else we have.
No,
Lord DeCilio.
She's choosing her daddy herself, Dash.
Daddy Dom is in the doghouse. I hate to break it to you, but
Vince is mentioning Lord DeCilio. Yeah, he's on his way out too.
Oh my God, that's Sal is cooking. Sal is cooking.
At least Monta can tell him to F off in his native language.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, Motta can tell that to nearly every player with all the languages he speaks, man.
I'm going to ask you this, German Dave. You ever notice how Spain's national team coach looks like Adam Pearce, but with just a goatee?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
That blows my mind.
Yeah.
It makes you question, though, a man with a goatee.
Oh, absolutely.
Why? Anybody that like just shaves part of their beard and leaves the other part is just like, what are you doing?
Shots fired. Shots fired.
I don't know. I always leave my full beard. I'm not shaving like parts of it.
The whole point of having a beard is to not give a fuck. If you're there like combing your beard all day, you need to cut it off. Not all completely, just shorten it. Like if you're sitting there with a comb, it's too much. Yeah. You're not there. You're a dude. You're not supposed to be grooming yourself all day. If there's only one place you're allowed to touch yourself repeatedly all day, and even that's inappropriate.
Hold on. Before you finish that statement.
The following program is rated TV MA LSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, and violence. It is intended only for mature audiences.
That's usually reserved for Sam and Admiral. No, I think it's alluded to the fact that we're talking about
you just wake up and then your heart is just pumping. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so those moments are crazy.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Phone saying, yeah, but mine get frizzy.
And if Lukaku wasn't offside for his 3 goals, he would still be the second best scorer in this competition.
Oh, we're at the point of the show where we just taking a piss on everyone, are we?
Yeah, that's really what we got.
Now we're in the touching part. So.
We're touching. We have to touch on one more player, though.
Okay, do it. As long as you believe in Joe Henry, that's all that matters.
Joe Henry. No, not quite. Not quite. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Jadon Sancho.
Oh, our new Lord and Savior on the right wing.
This has gotten pretty hot.
Oh, it's juicy. We covered it like yesterday on the video.
It's simmering. I wouldn't say hot. It's simmering.
It's simmering. It's a nice good pad thai curry. It's a bit steamy. You just need to throw everything in there and just eat it. It's just pretty much done.
You know, I haven't had a proper meal all day, and we keep on doing these food references.
I need to go.
We always do. Hey, you started with the risotto. Eh?
I know.
You started talking about burnt ones, not even fresh ones, just burnt ones.
No,
my wife is actually my wife's got dinner ready for me today, so I don't gotta worry too much. You know, I got it covered. But Jadon Sancho, is he actually coming? Because the latest I heard is that Man U are gonna. It's going to be a loan with obligation, and Man U paying 40% of the wage.
Well, from what it looks like, according to Eduardo Meca, he is saying Juve will sign Jadon Sancho regardless of what happens to Chiesa. So they told Chiesa, "You got that? You see that Schwan over there on left bench? That has your name." Hey, what if they gave Chiesa the McKennie treatment? They got rid of his parking spot in his locker.
Oh, that's awesome. But I mean, Rabiot's getting the same treatment as well, right? Like nobody's safe.
Same as McKennie.
Yeah, all of them. You're not wanted here. Move on. It's kind of ruthless. But I mean, if you want to rebuild, this is how you do it. You have to get rid of all of the axis fat.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, Jadon Sancho. I know he popped off early on, and he's been in a bit of a dip. He was like Dortmund's next big star. But,
and by the way,
thank
you for Greenwood being now finally not a topic anymore, because Marseille and Lazio are battling for him. Please,
Lazio's a perfect spot for the ledge.
That's what I wanted to say.
And so was Marseille for that matter.
A perfect fit for Lazio. So hey, have fun over there.
Hey,
again, I'm not casting judgment, but hey, that is a
Marseille, Lazio, Napoli, and all of Turkey should be on this guy.
Immobile is like trying to get out of there too. Immobile's like, you know what's funny? It's like blink twice.
Too far for me.
he's like Immobile is like blink twice if Lotito is trying to grab you, and like Immobile is like, I want to go home. I want to get out of here.
So you think, just bring it back to Jadon.
And Sell is absolutely right. I'm not a big Sancho fan, but man.
German Dave hates Chiesa so damn much. He's like, I will suffer through Jadon Sancho.
Okay, so tell us about Jado. Call him Jado.
Jadon Sancho. Oh shit, we got a goose. We got a goose in the chat. We got ourselves a goose.
Yeah.
Goose is in the chat.
He sent hugs in the Discord as well earlier. Got a little spicy. Speaking of the Discord, there is the QR code to get in there to continue the conversation after the fact, to get into all the shenanigans. But okay, talk to us about Jadon. He got 10 hagged. Is he really just a victim of Man U?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. My answer as well.
Because, like, for example, there's certain aspects, like, for example, he is more of a three-way winger, whereas Chiesa is a one-way winger, where I think, like, for example, Jadon can give you the finesse, he can give you the vision, he has the IQ, and he can execute at a better level than Chiesa at the wing. Obviously, he's going to need time because, like, for example, Ten Hag benching him and the issues there. It's it's to me. The fact that Ten Hag still has a job tells me that you can fall ass backwards onto success. Like that.
Well, but I thought Berhalter had a job too.
Yeah, but
hopefully,
I think where the dynamism that Jaden gives you that Chiesa doesn't give you, I think Jaden's a lot more physical than Chiesa is as far as like overall build. So I think that's also another thing.
That English big boy build,
the English fish and chips diet.
Yep.
But like for example, where I think Chiesa, I think Jadon Sancho right now has shown mentally at a high level, especially like for example in Dortmund's Champions League run, that he is able to facilitate. Like for example, he's not like the main guy, right? He's a very, very high and effective role player,
which is kind of what we're looking for on this team.
Because, like for example, I'm not saying this like we're trying to copy these guys, but like for example, Mota is going to imply an approach that Dortmund applied in the Champions League in their knockout stage run. That's kind of what we're going to merge into in a sense, not entirely, but similar to it. So. Or you have someone that can maintain possession, that can facilitate ball movement. Jadon Sancho helps with that, especially if Man United is going to throw you a bone and cover 40% of his salary. Shit.
So you're trying to tell me that between all these midfielders, potential Sancho, that like there's going to be some forward passing on Juventus this year?
Yes, there's not going to be a guy that runs into three dudes and says, "Why doesn't my balls fit?" But I think that in German, Dave, you can cut in and tell me I'm an idiot, but like there's aspects to it. There's levels to it, Mike. There's levels to
it. Dave didn't want to let that opportunity slip.
No, I would not let that one slip.
Absolutely not.
No, but I agree with everything you said. Look, Sancho. What my problem is with him is inconsistency, but he's not as inconsistent as Chiesa. So let's leave that right there. He's 100% an upgrade on him. Yes,
potential upgrade with potential swap.
Yeah. And what he can do, he can pass, he can cross it, and he can shoot it, and he can dribble, and he's way quicker than Chiesa as well.
Does he like to cry a lot?
A little bit, but not as much as Chiesa.
Unless your coach is Ten Hag.
Yeah, and he lost some of his confidence, or actually like all of his confidence under Ten Hag, because Ten Hag, number one, didn't use him properly, and number two, like threw him in front of the bus, like in front of the whole British media, to the point that the media didn't know like if it was Ten Hag at fault or Sancho at fault. And then when he got sent to Dortmund, yes, he was still inconsistent, but he was like, I thought that Manchester United and that chapter completely killed his career, honestly. And at Dortmund, he has shown me that it didn't kill his career, and he showed me confidence again. So I am confident in him when he gets to a team that trusts him, that will feature him heavily in a role that he likes and that he excels in. I think he can do very good for the club.
You know what the best comparison for the turnaround would be is I would expect Jadon Sancho to have a season similar to Christian Pulisic.
Yep. That's a good comparison. Yeah.
Like I would like, for example, I would honestly sit there and I would consider that the idea, right? Like I would sit there and it would be like, I would think, because remember, Canadian Dave and myself said this last summer, right? We're like, shit, I don't think Pulisic would be a bad option for 25 million. Milan bought him for 25 million. He's unequivocally, I think he's Milan's
we both wanted him.
He's like unequivocally, I think he is Milan's best player right now.
Yep.
Like,
I doubted you guys on that one, by the way.
And he likes to
wrong on that.
And he likes to fuck off South American refs, so I'm down for it.
I'm totally down for it.
Pavel, so this name, the accent on the N, how does that change the pronunciation? Mankowski? Yeah, like how would you pronounce
Mankowski? I think
Mankowski? Yeah, how does the N change in pronunciation? Anyways, Pavel asking, how do you see our wings if Sancho comes and Sule stays? Yildiz bench?
I think Yildiz starts, Sancho starts, Sule is on the bench.
Yeah,
probably.
And then you have Sancho and Sule tandem basically on the right.
Yeah, and then you could potentially.
And then we have to think about the left, like who will be.
Ironically, Antonio brings it up. El Shaarawy. I think the only time.
Oh no!
El Shaarawy. Where's it? That's
El Shawarma. El Shawarma.
I don't accept that. No,
is that perhaps if we sell Sule, we get Sancho, we need another depth piece on the right?
No, I don't think so.
Or Solini.
You have Chiesa. You have Chiesa. You have Chiesa's Yield as a substitute. No.
Oh boy, yeah, that'd be amazing.
No, but think about it though. Like for example, if Chiesa's gone, to unpopular belief, and you guys will shoot me in the face for it. But like if he is your fourth or fifth option in the depth chart, I don't see an issue with that. Dude, I mean, hell, get Salamakers like El Shaarawy or Salamakers.
Reinders as well is available.
You just need a body on the left that can fill in for Yildiz. Like that can rotate. You don't need a world-class left winger.
You don't, you don't. Like, for example, and I'm going to say this again, Mota's system does not rely on superstars. It is, it is a coercive system that everybody works for each other. It's a committee approach system. You don't need, like, for example, technically Dusan, by all profiles, does not match that system. Yep. Like, he does not. He goes against the grain.
Yeah, we'll see he's like too much of a.
Vlahovic has the luck, by the way, the luck of being in the position that he is there. He's just there. So, and we don't want to sell him like prematurely, like if he all of a sudden becomes consistent. That's the only reason he's there.
And then we also forgot about Weah. So like Weah's there. So I could honestly, like El Shaarawy, if you purchase him for $5 million and he's your fifth or sixth option, I would not be shocked to see that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a funny one. Like, I don't hate El Shaarawy. I think he's all right for what he does.
I call him Shawarma.
El Shawarma.
El Shawarma. No, but I like, for example, that because, like, for example, if you look at your depth chart,
why don't you give me Zakani? Give me Zakani.
I don't think Lazio wants to give him to us just out of spite. But like, for example, think about it, right? You're starting as Jadon Sancho and then Yildiz, and then you'd have Timmy Weah, and then you would have Sule. Like, those would be the players that you would rotate with. But like, I'd like you guys said, I would like Zakani as a depth piece, but I just don't think Lazio will be like 45 million for him.
Yeah, there's no way that's going to happen. He's not even on the list.
Personally, if anything, I think Giuntoli is probably going to find a gem in France or in Germany for the winger position. Like, I think if you can't get El Shaarawy for like a very cheap deal, I think he's just going to look, because
you have Adjic as well, right? Like, does that play in?
Well, I think he's going to play as a 10. 10. I'm convinced that Mota's playing a 4-2-3-1. I am 100% convinced. There's no 4-3-3 wide. It's a 4-2-3-1. Like, there's no way he doesn't play that. So,
will he mix it up though? That's the question.
Well, the question
on who's available.
Yeah. Well, the question is whether or not Adic will make it through the preseason, because he's essentially going to be auditioning all these players of who stays and who goes. But
and even if he makes the first team,
he's not.
He might be like fourth option. Like, he might not get many hours.
Yeah. Like, I'm very convinced, folks, that the only Serie A player that Juve will purchase is Koop Meiers.
Probably.
I'm 100% convinced that there is no other Serie A player besides Koop Meiers.
All right, there was one more name that we forgot about. Luckily, we're moving back to France for this name. Back to Nice.
Todibo?
Oh, Debo there's another thing that just came out from Padula. He's a concrete objective.
He's better than Calafiori. Change my mind.
Well, Calafiori, we know, is injury prone, which is an issue.
We agree.
As
of now, are we really rocking with Danilo and Cambiaso as our fullback? So there's Jan Couture.
I'm not satisfied with that one as well, by the way.
Yeah, we've had issues
with Cambiaso, yes, but not Danilo.
So here's where, like, there's speculation, right? There's speculation that Gatti is going to be converted into a right back.
Yeah.
There's a speculation that'll happen. Obviously, I think they're going to be looking for something. That Turkish right back
but even that, it may or may not work.
There's no guarantees on
the
it.
Turkish guy. What's his name again? Very Turkish. Kadioglu. Yes. I saw him there in the Euros.
And by the way, again, a player that has been great for the last 2 or 3 seasons. And now because he performed great at the Euros, he'll be around 30 or 35 million instead of 10 to 15.
Yeah, I like, for example, the players that are like that are really crucial for Malta's system are going to be your middle players, like your 2 center backs, your 3 midfielders, your 10, and your forward. Like those are the ones, like especially the 10. So it's like I think the 10 is the most crucial, where it's like you look at like the players that Malta wants or are linked to on the edges, and it's just he just needs I don't want to say mediocre in a negative sense, but you just need average to above average wingers to execute what he does. It's a facilitation by committee approach. Like there's no superstardom. Like there really isn't. So it's like even with Kior, right, from Arsenal, like he wasn't a superstar center back, but he looked good because Malta's system worked for him.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
we have an answer. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Continue on. No. We know how to speak. Is it Polish? He says the accent means so from Paweł Menkowski. The accent means that I can spell Szczesny's name correctly, which he can. The N sounds a bit like the N in jalapeno. So like Manikowski. I'll work on it. Polish definitely isn't one of my strong suits. I work with a Pole. Maybe, yeah, I'll ask him.
Bones thinks that Gatti can convert. Watch out! You might see Frankie with a book of Gatti.
If Gatti plays out his strength, he can be like a Ben White for Arsenal, who was a center back, converted fullback. He has a similar size, similar and going forward. They don't push too far up the field because also they don't have the speed and the technical ability to be like too far up front. I think he is similar to Ben White in that case, but we will see if he can do it as well as Ben White can.
I think it makes sense for him too. Like tactically, it does. I still think we need to figure. Like obviously, we need Todibo as the center back. I think if you get him for 40, that's a steal.
I agree.
That's it. Well, that's a solid center back. You put in Bremer. That's decent. That's a decent back line. You have Cambiaso and Danilo, Gatti. I don't know. We'll work on that. But 10 toes down, and I'll get back to KB because there's something important there. I like both Gallo and Dorgu from Lecce could be even. Why is everyone sleeping on Dorgu? Why is he not at a big team yet? Am I missing something? I know he's young.
I don't know. Maybe he's not as. Do you remember last summer the whole Emil Holmes situation where he was a big name, but then he was loaned to Atalanta and he didn't even get any big minutes. I think this may be also a case of let's see what he's doing before we spend money on him, basically.
Yeah. But KB saying, Dave, thank you for the jersey, because KB won the prediction league this season, which again, I'll put it up, is done on the Discord. So get in there, scan that. The link is also in the description. But yeah, he got the most correct game day decisions. So he won. He chose one of the 3 jerseys of the 23-24 season. He chose the 3rd alternate black one, and it looks like it arrived. So awesome. I'm glad he got it. Those border guards, they hold things for a little while. It's been a couple weeks since I shipped it out, but I'm glad it made.
Goddamn Mounties.
Yeah. Well, no, the other way, it'll be those Yanks over there that don't know how to smile or their face will implode.
I'm like, what the fuck's a Euro jersey?
And we also have to find a price for the Euro predictions competition as well. So
the store is down right now because we're gonna redo things, but we'll put it in the bank. We'll get at least a discount code or something good for you from the store when we get things running full. It costs money to run it, and it's not at a point where I should be spending.
I will think of something nice. So
okay, Dave, we'll get you something. You'll win something. It's not a false promise.
Yeah,
bragging rights. That's it.
Sal likes Kedioglu as well.
If we got him, we would have so much pace with Cambiaso on him.
Absolutely.
I love this comment too from Sal. Adios West. Don't let the ranch dressing get your ass on the way out.
He had a disappointing end, honestly.
It is. I like him. I like him. I'll still support him. Man. Oh, Pavel saying yes. The Polish language is not very friendly to strangers. I came across your channel quite recently, but already gave us
let me confirm that as your German neighbor that went quite sometimes to Poland. It's very hard.
They tried to change the language there about 70 years ago. Didn't work out so well.
Too soon, man. 70 years is too soon.
Wow.
Damn.
Sorry,
dude. Normally it's Dash and me, man. But
it's normally jerking off jokes, not that
oh
one.
my god, dude.
Jeez.
That is the Dave if he's hungry, yeah. Oh,
yeah. I get a little cranky.
Let's ask Ronaldo. Ronaldo, is that a clean, really cringe from Dave here? Let's get a live look from Ronnie. All right. Yeah, Ronaldo's embarrassed for you.
that by the way, that was a live look on Cristiano Ronaldo when he had the opportunity to sink that penalty, but he missed it.
All right.
I hate ragging on a guy for crying, but
yeah, but he was.
The crying is absolutely not a problem for me, man.
It's just that there's still 15 minutes to play. It's like, let's go. Bud.
It's just something's off with that Portuguese national team.
Yeah.
I need that. I'm getting.
I've never heard this one. Yeah, let's hear it.
I'm getting that soundbite.
Yeah, let's do it. You got like 2 minutes. Let's go.
Okay. Shit. You down my powers?
Down your powers. Okay, he's cooking off. Anyways, he's gonna do it.
And also, Pavel, thank you for the sub, man. It's much appreciated. We also, like we mentioned, broke finally the 1,900 subs.
2,000. We need to go. Keep it going, guys. 2,000.
So tell a friend, not just a Juventus fan. We will cover like lots of other football as well, Formula One. So tell your friends, man. Share the channel, like, subscribe. I love you all.
We like to cover all things mainstream European sports. So basically football and F1. Yeah. We should start covering handball. That's big out there, isn't it? It's big in France, and I know in like the Balkans, some places in the Balkans and whatnot. I do actually have a handball jersey. My buddy from Macedonia gave me. So why not?
I don't know enough about handball to cast judgment on that.
you like throw a ball in it. It's easy. Yeah, it's like soccer, but with your hands.
It's not easy for a certain left winger for us to kick a ball into the net.
He should use his hands and play handball.
Kukurea is playing handball over here in Germany.
I like that. He's got such a smooth name, Kukurea.
Something about it.
Yeah, JC, pickleball's gaining popularity. I have not played it yet. It just seems like lazy man tennis or ping pong. Or badminton. Yeah, it's just like for badminton for people that can't sport well, or just like old broken dudes,
or old guys that just see the young folks and just yell out loud. I'm gonna come. There we go.
Oh man, that's so out of context. I love it.
It's so out of context, but it's so.
I'm gonna come.
There you go. I did it. Car. Who's your daddy?
Oh boy, I love it. Okay. Well, since we're gonna come, is it time to go?
I don't know. Do we have? Is there anything else we got to cover, Chat? Are we good here?
We good. Anything else? Anything else Chat wants?
Forza España one last time.
Monza is hoping to find an agreement for Szczesny.
Yeah,
he wants to stay in Italy.
Szczesny, get the Polish out.
Szczesny.
It's like Szczesny. It's like two names in one almost. It's yeah. That's why they just call him Tech. That's why I call him Tech, because single syllable words are good when it's Polish. Daddy Dash. He's loving you. Mandatory. We got it. Lukaku. Do it again for him, jeez.
Did he not see it?
No, he didn't see it. He left.
Didn't see it.
You getting it? You doing it?
I'm getting it. Hold on.
I'm gonna come.
Oh, wrong one. Here you go.
You just wake up and then your heart is just pumping. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so those moments are crazy.
KB, this is also for you.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
My brother's starving.
Then Pavel says Forza Juve, Forza DD, and Forza Polish accents.
By the way,
Casey's
is
saying
it
thank you for
by,
sir?
is it Szczesny or Szczesny?
It's like Szczesny or something like that.
Chesney.
It's Chesney.
Chesney.
No, there's like a little like prefix, like Chesney or something. It's I'm not the expert, but I know there's like a little tease there in how you say it.
Jesus Christ, Rhea Ripley's return has gotten 84 million views. Mommy,
Why
is
don't
back.
we get that many views, man?
Shit. Because we don't have Rhea Ripley here.
We don't have a mommy here.
We don't have a
She
mommy.
sounds like she's hot, Ripley. That name. What?
Oh, she'll rip you a new one. Where'd he go?
We didn't even play the music. He just left.
Maybe just disconnected. They got him. They got him. The Russians got him.
Oh, that wouldn't be the first time either. All right, Dash, get your head up. You got an outro.
Son of a bitch. Grab it like an artist here. Oh, he's back. He's back.
Maybe there's no video.
There's
It's
no
coming.
video.
Is it coming? It's okay.
It's
We
coming.
already started. We started the credits on you because the Russians got you.
StreamYard just said, "Hey, error and goodbye," and I was out.
I guess what you can say, StreamYard saw Dave.
I'm gonna come.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, time to hit the music.
Yeah, let's bring it.
All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in to the Tinfoil Hat Show, where we had some shenanigans. And make sure that you come onto the like and subscribe button and splurge on the comments.
This is getting real.
And while you're also beating it to the video that we talked about, Catherine Theron. Anyways, guys, we shall catch you Saturday when we do our call-in. More than likely, we will be wearing Spanish jerseys for the sake of footy.
I will.
We will be covering what Grand? Is there a Grand Prix on Sunday?
No, nope. Next week.
Oh, we got a break. We got a Formula One break, so we will be covering just the Tinfoil Hat Show. So, we guys, we shall see on, or not Tinfoil. God damn it, I fucked it up. But anyways, guys, we'll see you Saturday for the call-in show.
Thanks for staying with us for all our weird, awkward Jesus. Till the next time, guys.
I'm gonna come.
Oh my God.